Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this electrical vlog I'm going to be talking about my experiences of reporting problems with the electricity supply to the local DNO. So problems include things like high ZE and damage to the electricity supply's equipment. So I've had a few situations where I've had to report problems with the electricity supply to the local DNO. And they usually respond very quickly, but the outcome can vary, and I've had a mixed experience overall. So problems that I've had to report include things such as high ZE and damage to equipment. I recently reported a problem with a high loop impedance on a PME system, and the loop impedance was above what was recommended in BS 7671. And the DNO attended very quickly. And the problem was that when they came out to look at it, they said that although it was high, it wasn't high enough to warrant digging up the road to rectify the problem. So obviously I was concerned about this. What they did is that they downrated their fuse in their service cutout. Now this helped from the point of view of the disconnection time, but it didn't help us with our maximum ZS readings at all. Fortunately though for us, our maximum ZS readings were within BS 7671, which is really important, obviously bearing in mind that if you have RCD protection, it only protects against earth faults. So in order for the short circuit protection to be within BS 7671, we also need to have that loop between live and neutral within the maximum ZS permitted by table 43. So what the DNO did in this situation was that they recommended we had RCD protection, which we did, and they left it at that. But the other thing that concerns me is that was this fault in the road indicative of something that may become a problem later on, such as a loss of neutral situation, which is something that I speak about in another video on my channel, and I'll put a link at the end of this video. I've also found problems such as old service cutouts leaking over time. I've also found damage to equipment and even situations where the electricity supply has been tampered with. And I always report these problems as soon as possible. And usually the DNO is very quick to respond, but I do have mixed experiences overall. And I do wonder that if I have challenges in reporting problems to the local DNO, what would it be like for a customer to report a problem to the DNO? So the point that I want to make in this video is that even though the maintenance of the electricity supply is a responsibility of the DNO, it's really important for us as electricians to highlight these problems as soon as we find them. Now you may have noticed that the first item on the schedule of inspections on an electrical installation condition report and also an electrical installation certificate is to check to do a visual inspection only of the condition of the electricity supply's equipment, such as the service cable, the service head, the tails and so on. So it's very important that we include these on any condition reports that we do. But I also think we should be reporting these problems to the DNO as soon as possible, because if we just put them on the report, then I think that there's a risk that the problem might not be highlighted as soon as it needs to be. So my advice to any electrician is that if you find any problems with the electricity supply, such as damage to the service head, such as a high ZE for example, is to call 105 from your mobile phone and report the problem to the DNO as soon as possible. Now, if the DNO isn't able to attend while you're working on site, what I would recommend is that you speak to the customer first and ask them what is the best way for the DNO to contact them to allow them to make an appointment. I hope you found this video useful. If so, please give us a like, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel to be the first to hear about future videos like this.